Meanwhile, Lubbock Representative Jody Arrington says those conversations can happen after a short-term extension to fund the government is passed. KCBD News Channel 11's Brittany Crittenden spoke with him about what he believes is behind the stalemate.
I suspect it's for personal political reasons, but it can't be in the best interest of the American people.
Arrington says Democrats are to blame for not accepting a nonpartisan, clean, continuing resolution.
This is just to keep the lights on and keep the government funded at the last year level of funding that Chuck Schumer and Democrats voted on multiple times. We didn't put any poison pills in there. We put no policy riders.
The Affordable Care Act tax credits Democrats hope to extend don't expire until December, but Democrats want to see that happen before open enrollment begins in November. Arrington says those subsidies would extend COVID-era benefits that expand what he calls an already failed Obamacare program.
Even with the original Obamacare subsidies, when these COVID-era subsidies expire, taxpayers will have funded 90% of the premiums, 90% of the premiums for everybody on Obamacare, 98% for those at 100 to 130% poverty. People need to pay something to get the gracious and generous support of taxpayers because they need to take some responsibility for their health care.
He says Minority Leader Chuck Schumer's counteroffer would add $1.5 trillion in new spending to protect undocumented immigrants, taxpayer-funded health care, and repeal work requirements for able-bodied adults in Medicaid.
First and foremost, we can have those discussions with the government back on, with a clean CR, and then we can debate those and we can present them to the American people.
Arrington says the shutdown affects all West Texans, whether they're farmers waiting on critical relief, rural hospitals waiting on new support from Trump's big, beautiful bill, or moms needing WIC benefits. Representative for Hobbs, Gabe Vasquez, has led a push working to keep military members paid. Would you be in support of a bill to pay troops during a shutdown?
Of course I would, but I would tell you, we passed the bill to fund the troops. We passed a CR that funds the troops. What makes the troops and their families any more or less valuable than Border Patrol agents and ICE agents and DEA agents? I mean, we've got a number of people and families who are supporting the common defense and public safety. They're doing dangerous jobs, and they're worried now about whether they're going to be able to provide for their families and put food on the table for their children.
While Democrats say House members need to be back on Capitol Hill to negotiate, Arrington says those Democrats need to be spending more time in their communities, listening to the people they serve. Brittany Crittenden, KCBD News Channel 11.